Did you know that Van Gogh died completely broke? His work was not really appreciated until years after he passed away. And now his paintings are some of the most expensive paintings in the world. Luckily, this is not the case with the Syrian painters that I will be mentioning today. They were appreciated in their time and even posthumously, or بعد وفاتهم. Welcome back to Speak Real Arabic, everyone. Today, I will be talking about some of the most prominent painters to ever come from Syria and their impact on the art scene both in Syria and the world over. I am your host, Ozzy, from Damascus, Syria. As usual, everyone, before we jump into the fine arts, I'll ask you to brush your mouth over to that subscribe button and hit it. Huh? That was it. No? Alrighty. Alright then, I'll just start the video. Whatever. So, the first artist, or Rassam, I'd like to pay tribute today is called Wahbi Al-Hariri Al-Rifai. Wahbi is one of the most classic artists and has often been called the last of the classicists. He was born in what was known at the time as the Ottoman Empire, Al-Imbratoriyya Al-Uthmaniyya, which is now Aleppo, Halab, Syria in 1914. Having shown amazing talent in both drawing, or rasm, and sculpting, and nahat, his father sent him to Italy to officially study arts at the Real Accademia di Belle Arti in Roma. He also studied archaeology, or Ilm al-Athar, at the same time. After finishing his studies, he returned to Aleppo and opened his own studio, where artists, scholars, and philosophers would travel from all around the world to see his work and engage him in conversation. It'd be crazy to list all of his writings, sculptures, and architectural pieces that he made over his life. He passed away in August 1994. His most famous exhibits was first posthumously shown at the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C. It was titled The Spiritual Edifices of Islam, or in Arabic it was called Buyutullah. His other notable works are the watercolor of the United States Capitol and his graphite drawing of the Great Mosque of Osfyan, which is in Shanxi, China. Al-Hariri was a mentor to many classic Syrian artists, which brings me into my second artist of this video and one of the leaders of the modern art in Syria. His name is Fatih Al-Moudarres. He was born in Aleppo in 1922. He studied art, or fen, in Rome, like his mentor, and went back to Syria to continue his training at the studio that Al-Hariri opened in Aleppo. He then went on to study in Paris before finally returning to Syria to teach at the University of Damascus, or Jamiat Dimashq. His solo exhibitions were displayed in many museums or matahif around the world, ranging from Munich to Paris to Washington. His work is one of the most valuable and was posthumously deployed in galleries, especially Ronde de Saint Laurent, Paris. His most expensive painting was sold for $347,000 in 2010 at Christie's auction, Untitled Lot 40. His second most valued and probably the most known work of his is Wedding in the Kalamun Mountains, which sold for $289,000. Isn't that awesome? Moving on to more modern artists, there's this mysterious Syrian artist that I thought would be fun to talk about a little bit. His name is Wassam al-Jazairi. He's been called the Syrian Banksy. Not much is known about him personally. You can't even really find him or any pictures of him online. I've looked a lot, but I've pieced together what I can find about him. So Wassam al-Jazairi used to live in Damascus, in the suburbs, or Rif Dimashq. When the 2011 revolution began, Wassam took to Facebook and started painting some depiction of what he saw around him. His paintings had a special effect on people and were shared around quite quickly. He eventually left Damascus to go first to Beirut and eventually end up in Turkey, in Istanbul. Some of his most famous paintings are Hell of a Dictator, or Al-Raqisat Ma'ad Dictator, Kiss, Syrian version, Revolution, The Vetuvian Man, and Dance of Eternity. He He changed the scape of modern art in Syria, or al-Fan al-Hadith, and how people perceived what an artist can and cannot do. He inspired hundreds of young Syrians to pursue their passions in art and stand as an icon to this day. And that's it for some of the classic and modern painters in Syria. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really appreciate all the love you've been showing on this channel. As always, if you want me to talk about anything specific, just let me know down in the comments. I might be moving on to Arabic culture in general soon, so you can literally ask me about anything you want. This is it, you guys. Alright, looking forward for your comments, and I'll see you soon in the next video of Speak Real Arabic. Goodbye!